Yeah, so what I was thinking about when you said this, what came to mind is it's a little child's plastic tractor. It was about that long, and it had plastic wheels on the back and little pedals on the front and a little yellow steering wheel and a little seat, and the kid would get on it and pedal it and trundle around. And I was walking along Ladbroke Grove one time and I looked into this garden and there was this little tractor lying on its side, and just the way that it was set up, I could see that it had a very strange, it looked like a strange little prehistoric bird's head, and the engine sort of became the teeth, and I looked at it and I thought it was absolutely brilliant, because I love the random accident of something made for one purpose, making another purpose so perfectly. But then there was a paradox that it was probably some kid's lovely toy, but then it was this thing, and I had this little battle about whether I should nick it or not, and I did. So whoever that kid is, I'm really sorry I nicked your tractor, but it made a lovely bird's head. I was absolutely right. Very much. That's how I started. I started just finding objects in the street market and stuff on the side of the road, and looking at it and looking at the shapes, and then I would see a little face in it, or and then I'd follow that face through. It might look like a little dog or something, and then I'd make it into a dog. And that was the way we started, really. That's where I started, and then other people joined me, and then we've ended up doing, building all these. It was a complete inversion of what it was supposed to be, But once it was turned upside down, it made the head. But it did it so perfectly. And what I like about finding random objects and building out of them is it's not anything that you've thought of. You see it. Now, I mean, if I wanted, I could just get a piece of polystyrene and I could just carve that, because I know how to do that. But then it would be directly from my mind, and it would be directly my idea of something. Whereas if you've got the random thing, it's actually nobody's idea. It's completely autonomous and independent. And then so what you start doing is creating sculptures which are a complete surprise to yourself, because you're not expecting to have made that. It's not coming out of you, it's coming out of somewhere else. Plastic, the name plastic means malleable, something that can be made, be manufactured, moved into things, so plastic is brilliant, and there's so many things made from plastic that make sense in the form that they're made for, but when you take them away from that thing, are just really interesting forms and shapes. And we built, in Japan once, we built a giant ant eating a car. It was so huge, and all its head was just made out of old plastic moulding car bumpers. But when we just strapped them all together with plastic cable ties and cut them in certain ways, it became an ant's head. So yeah, there's a whole world of plastic that we can use.